I'm Suzanne Smalley with AtlasRVStore.com, and we're here at RV Journal Live 2016. I'm here at the SmartTrack booth, and it's pretty big. It's filled with new products, and we're about to learn a little bit about 3 of their brand new tags. I'm here with Lowry. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Doing great, great. It's about the end of the show, but we want to learn about these 3 new products, and I think we're going to have them on our website soon. So take us through the temperature sensor tag. What can we see being done with this temperature sensor?
For the first time, you can measure temperature with a passive sensor. So now we have exactly the same structure than what we have with all other UHF tags.
Okay.
So we only have the antenna and transponder or the IC, and we have the temperature sensor inside the IC. So it's
great.
powered by our Micron IC and works with all standard readers.
Great, and you would need a reader with a software or a firmware sensor program in order for it to function, is that correct?
Yeah, so you need to be able to read the certain memory blocks
Okay.
and get the data from the user memory part. But as long as you can use read the user memory and you know which blocks you are reading, so you can use all standard readers.
That sounds great. So what applications are you seeing this mainly in right now?
Of course, the first application is always the cold chain,
Oh, yes.
but it's also lots of other supply chain applications where you need to control the temperature.
Yes, and I know you have a little fridge over here, so they're controlling the temperature over here and as well as room temperature, just so that you can see kind of the difference. So that is really cool.
Yeah, we wanted to show how fast it reacts to the temperature changes because there's not that much material.
Yeah.
So the temperature change, you can read that immediately.
Oh, wow. Well, this is really, really cool. So we also have another one here. It's called the sensor patch. So talk to us about the sensor patch. This is the first time I've heard of this one. So what is this tag?
So we launched Sensor Dockbone like a year ago, 1.5 years ago. And after that, we have received lots of questions and ideas about new applications and different application areas.
Right.
We saw a need for like long-term care facilities to develop our own product,
Right.
which can work with better in this application, and it can work when the diaper is completely wet and also recognize water from wider area than our standard Sensor Dockbone.
Cool, and you just use the same kind of reader that you would use for the temperature tag, is that correct? The same kind of software, firmware that you would use?
Yeah, and it's all all water sensors are working with the same IC,
Okay.
so it's from the reader point of view, all of those products are really similar.
Awesome, awesome. Well, that's really exciting, and I guess that is really built around an application, but it probably can be used about a bunch of different ones as well.
Yeah, there's all the time getting new ideas about the different application areas,
Right.
what can we do, and like during the show here, during the last 2 days, we have received lots of different ideas and questions that could this be a new application area, and quite often, yeah, it can be used in different ways, and we just need to tune the antenna a bit, and we can find a suitable solution for different cases.
So it's almost flying off the shelf, I guess.
It's lots of interest at the moment and lots of ideas how to use it. So we love that situation that end users are now planning and bringing us the ideas how to use it and how it could solve their challenges at the moment.
That sounds great, and we're going to save the best for last. So I think that about an hour ago, you just won Best Product. Is that correct?
That's correct, it's here.
This
So-
is our beautiful award. It was just won, and tell us what tag this award was won for.
That's the Sensor Tadpole, designed for automotive, works directly on metal, and it's for automotive shower tests. So today, all automotive OEMs are manually checking if the water is coming inside the car after the assembly. So they are struggling with, especially with the hybrid and electric cars. So there's high voltage areas where operators are not allowed to put hands anymore. And these are the areas which they definitely need to check that water is not getting inside.
Right, because if the water's getting inside, then the car probably isn't cleared to go out of the factory. Is that correct?
Yeah, the water could cause lots of problems. Depends where it goes, but new cars, you have more and more computers and electronics there. So you need to be sure that water is not getting inside.
Right, and this even looks kind of like a tadpole. As you can see, it has a little tail on it, and that's to absorb the water.
Yeah, it's an important part for that. You can absorb the water and recognize water from wider area.
Yeah.
But also it helps the system integrators to set up the system, as you don't need to place the sensor to the corners where it's very difficult to read the sensor.
Right.
So you place the tail there, and you can put the sensor to the place where it's easier to read.
Okay, great. And again, like I've said before, it's the same kind of software or firmware that you would use as well as these other sensor tags.
It's exactly the same one.
Okay.
So of course there's a little bit different features what you want to do. So we have had a demo here for the last 2 days with the car and our partner Turk Software.
Yeah.
How it works, and you can have normally we have 6 to 16 tags
Yeah.
or sensors in a car in different locations, and based on the EPC code, you know where the leak is or where the water is coming
Right.
inside the car.
And then you can fix that one area and not take the whole cart apart if you find a little bit of water.
Yeah, and you get the information immediately, and it's accurate. Now
Right.
you know that even if little bit water is getting inside, because it's impossible for operators to recognize small leakage when there's insulations and carpets between the
Right.
car body and the operator. So it's kind of impossible job.
frustrating.
Yeah, it is. It's difficult job for them to do it, and
Right.
then high-end car makers, how to ensure the quality which they are offering for end users. So now finally they have a way to do it and be sure about the quality which they are sending out.
Well, great. It sounds like these sensor tags are really going to save a lot of people a lot of time, money, and effort. I mean, I wouldn't want to take apart that whole car for a drop of water, but you can have it in different areas and different locations and figure out exactly where that water is coming from.
Yeah, so it's all the products are working same way as all our UHF standard products, but now you have additional information. So it's just we have the EPC TID user memory there,
Right.
as with what we have with all our UHF tags. But now we have the additional information. It could be the water, or it could be the temperature, pressure. You name it.
Exactly. Well, congratulations on the award. I want to be the
Thank you.
first one to tell you that. And thank you for walking us through the booth. It's been a great time, Laurie. We really appreciate all the information that you've given us. And hopefully we'll see you again next year.
Definitely. Thank you very
All right,
much.
thank you.
Thanks.